Hi there, it's Sam from poodles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. No, it's not a bunch of DVD boxes, it is storage for them. So, I'm going to whiz these out for a second. So I've done dozens of different storage solution projects for you over the years, starting back I think in 2013 when I first started as a demo. And if you've watched my videos recently, you'll have seen me reaching like that for my holders for my embellishments and things, which live on my window shelf. And I thought, not everybody's going to have that. So I thought I'll come up with a solution. Now, the first one I came up with held 4, and I thought, no, 4's not enough. Although you do buy the DVD cases, and you can buy empty DVD cases from us in packs of 4. I want to say they're £5.50. I know they're not very much at all. But I thought actually 5 would be a good number. And they just sit in there like that. So you can have them on your desk so you see them like that, or you can have them like that. Very pretty, and it's a nice snug fit. So I'm going to show you how to make it. You need a full sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock. So we do sell cardstock in mixed packs of all of our colours, so that's great. So I've gone Rococo Rose with this one, and I'm going to stamp all over it. And I'm using Dandelion Wishes because I haven't used it for a long time, and I thought, really fancy using it, so I'm going to. No other reason than that, I just fancied using it. So I'm going to take this trio of dandelion heads, and this block is an E block. Yes, an E block. And I'm literally just going to randomly stamp all over. And I don't mind which way up they are. I don't mind if I'm seeing stalks. Quite possibly need to re-ink this. That's okay, don't mind. At the time of filming, yes, we do have a slight issue with re-inkers being held up in customs. All liquids going in and out via Germany at the moment are being held up, not just ours, everybody's everywhere, any company. And obviously we don't have re-inkers, so if you're in need of a re-inker, please get in touch with me. And I will sort you out. It ain't going to be a re-inker, it's going to be a brand new ink pad for the price of a re-inker, because that's what I'm going to have to do. You can see it's fading in the middle. I have got enough to last. But when I need to fully re-ink this, I'm just going to buy a new ink pad. And so if anybody is waiting on a re-inker, please let me know. And like I say, for the price of a re-inker, I'll buy you a new ink pad. Okay, so stamping all over. And there we go. So I'm going to get my scoring tool out now, and we're just going to do literally a couple of score lines. So, and obviously by the fact that it's a square, doesn't matter which way round you're going. So that's my scoring tool. Here we go. On the first side, score it at 3 1/4 inches and 8 3/4 of an inch, which in metric is 8 centimetres and 22.5. Turn it to the side and score it at 6 inches and 9 1/4, which in metric is 15 23, and that is because 5 of these measure 3 1/4 inches, and by pure fluke across here is exactly the same amount as 5.5 inches. Perfect. It literally is. I couldn't have done it better myself. It just is perfect as it is, which means you don't have to trim, cut, slice, dice or anything. Easy. Okay. Right, so that's that part scored, stamped and scored. Now I'm going to cut straight down my rectangles, and then I'm going to show you where I'm wedging away. And it's this middle one we're going to keep intact. Okay, It's not actually, it was that one. Because that's going to come over there. Which means I need to wedge that little bit away. I knew I was doing something wrong as I started cutting. So, the biggest rectangle, don't trim anything away. This one, wedge it a little. Not too much, but just a little. And this one, hack it. Hack it there and chop it there, because it's going to wrap around. Let me bring that in. It's going to wrap under, like that. There is no other way to do it, because you'd end up with it like that, which not so pretty. So it's that one goes under there and that one goes under there. Okay, so if I hover it like that, you can see where I've wedged. And then the same over here. So keep this long rectangle straight and wedge into the rest. So remember, that's going to wrap into there, and then that one's going to wrap into there, and that's how it's going to build up. So we need adhesive down on all these parts. So I'm going to grab my tear and tape, because it's my favourite. I like dry adhesives because I'm a bit of an impatient crafter. And I also like it that I don't have to cut it, I can just rip it. And it's really strong. Okay, right, where's my paper here? So I'm going to take the backing off. All the bits. I would if I could. Okay, and then start building up. So I'm going to put this one onto the inside of here first. And then keep going round. Oopsie. There we go. So that's one side built, and I'm going to do the same again. I'll do it this way round for you. So line it up. And then line that up. Done. Okay, and then all you need to do after there is be very brave with your scissors, and we're going to cut from this point here to that point in a straight line. Now, I'm brave with a pair of scissors, I don't have any issue with that, and I'm okay with that. If you're not, you could get out a ruler or your trimmer and do it that way, but like I say, I have no problem with it. Right, so let's get a couple of ribbons. Now I used 3 ribbons on this one. I used the 2 Seaside Sprays and the Blueberry Bushel, which is what I did with the colours on this one. But I went Rococo Rose on Rococo Rose, and I've pulled out my 2 Rococo Rose ribbons, which is the scalloped edge and then the gathered ribbon. This has got like a slight gold sheen to it. It's lovely, very pretty. And I'm laying one on top of another. I want a reasonably big flouncy-ish ribbon, rose, flower, that. And at some point in time I've twisted that ribbon. There we go. So I'm trying to keep hold of all of it. I'm tying my fingers in while I'm there, why not? And it's not as big and flouncy as I'd have liked, but it's still pretty nevertheless. Twist my loop so you get the Rococo rose on the outside. That one's tucked and hidden. And then grab 5 more. That's 4, and then it's 5. And as it happens, I have another 3, but I also have a couple of this size, which I don't want to use. So I would use, for me, I would make 3 of these and have them either that way round or that way round if I wanted, and I'd probably turn my ribbon bow round. But I think they're brilliant. Easy peasy. And you can make them in any way you like, any colours you like. So, anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.